Okay, we are asking all Ghanaians to look into this, to ask themselves, must one person own the whole country? But must one person own everything? This is not right, and we are talking against it.
Mame Mao Akwaba and Faumbra Ghana and Sam TV GH so offer me Addo searching. Ebusian for Mr. Osa won't subscribe and Mr. No subscribe. Me a notification bell also for more news. Ebusian for and send me a betudja, then send me betudja no Temafoɔ so ama reply almo say. Omo de apology kesepa sorry kesepa Emma the former president Nana Dankwa Akuffo. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will disappoint Ghana for Papa. Just almost say Valco company na water man. Omotomo. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama turned their money near Ibrahim Mahama. Allegedly sanity. And then Kofi demonstration. Na demonstration no moye no Adom FM present tobacco every opinion in the common or case omo entity say. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say just a buying person ton company no. Na any na comment section as ebi mo epa His Excellency na Akuffo Addo chew. Omo chese omo fa bone Nana don't fa Ghana for including Temafoɔ omo bone nkyɛw because a Japade book in any bi omo de to Nana don't so achim saka wase ni neye no kware and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama by Ghana Japade yinara on per se omo ton de ko mudi mu na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wo be president na se wo ye senior wo hwa yeye e wa bra mo opposition no niam mo kaseti ai na se niam na mo da so eye chese
Ibrahim Mahama Okay, we are asking all Ghanaians to look into this, to ask themselves, must one person own the whole country? But must one person own everything? This is not right, and we are talking against it.
Na ye kwa Valco ya ka Valco adwumakuo yi a ene Volta Aluminium Company adwumayefo yi e wo mu ose wonu manya ne nte yesa adwuma no ye de adoma to so ye bonu donkomi na donkomi no ampanimfo bone nya nna no wo hyase wo mo de huhu ye beton wo mo ya na adwumayefo yi aka wo mo sa da bi adwuma yi se moton na nkura besomu a wo man Ghana emmoa wo man no na adwumayefo kura so e wo mu no emmoa won eti se bibi na nkoyie wo adwuma no mu a yensiesie yenya ni yie na enya ba ya dwuma ban kitamu na mfaso ye firi mu ba no entumi nkoma wo ma Ghana efi se sa nkura be kita dwuma num na be yi a na chese abaso ekitam na omototo niema yie betumi akoyie na omosesa asem yi omaka nyina da mperimfo abunu agu asum na anu kura de yi ote ye de na ese adwuma no goyin eya ye gon na gon no na omompese beba eti dwamtirani a wada ICU kuo no ano ye ken na chese union chairman na Valco so adwumayefo ye wo mo so nka mo kuo wo mo ka mu bi no mo nyina ka bomuo ene wo mo de atodwa se efri nneyi kopa se wo mo bete se Valco ya ton no obetena wahwe enya de se be ye wo njeleti ne wate won wagu monte so de kɔwɛ tema monte so wo maboko jan na yenchele omsom te ase na ICU chairman eye Morgan Ayawini na samo de atudwa efa Valco mo se ye beton yi ho ye omo so omo nte ase ne se nu akire mu
transaction and precisely headed led by Mr. Tumasi Ankra. For whatever reasons, you can only guess that perhaps it is to serve a few individual interests, and that is parochial indeed. We are looking at the risk involved, the potentiality of this resulting to drop losses, and Ghana will be deprived of the ownership of this great asset of ours. So we want government to know and to take us seriously, because we began this discourse long time ago, and it appears nobody is listening to us. No one is giving us a listening ear. And you know, in Ghana and for that matter in Africa, if you don't drum home and let people see your issues, your concerns will not be addressed.
Abusiani ene no watie no General Secretary ICU kuo no na wate ne Owura Morgan Aya obi de na tiko na ehwe won mo yese yesra mu o yesem a ye kan muntie bia na mpanimfo atwi wani na ori ese pe na union chairman yo no so ewo Valco Samuel Ajeman so de atodwa no no de ene tiatiamu ode ba no chai chama wuntumi de o se Ghana for mo nsore Ghana for mo nsore yo na munti en wo bobna yi wo se Valco adwumakuo no se wo motone a enyo mo adwumayefo kakra no wo mu onko no wo bekiri wo Ghana nyina mfaso a efiri Valco mu ba sani ya biribi ya atwam wo ne ya ka Valco a mfaso efiri mu ba wo ma Ghana mu no se ye bekwa nkura botom na no so mo hu se nipa kakra bi no wo bo chimpo se adwuma no wonu bebo ndonko mi atone adi
yes Ghana fo nyina ntie say government ni person o ton Valco mo ho Valco esi wo kese ese wo so wo ton Valco ama ho for $70 million na obi sa ho say company na mo ton ama na hwana de efi ifa and na Valco workers ye bi sa mo ya tro petition ya former president ya tro ya go hu minister ya go hu chief of staff ya ko ba bia ya ye necessary ye bia as workers but omo so mo ntie ni on person mo ya no mo ye na erika amacha da fa Valco asase no in the guise of industrial park. Ya catch on say, Kwame Nkrumah any Kaiser share Valco no. Almost share Valco say Valco be the fulcrum of the integrated aluminium industry. Your Valco did that. Your downstreams ni bi wo ho did that. O government o ba ni hu hia say o be refine your bauxite. Now you nya alumina. Bauxite no your ton ma ba Chinese for no $25 to $30. But normal refinery you got alumina no $450 a ton. O man be na ye wum ye ton asun. What dey obi be ton $25. No they abeton amount $450.
Ayo we de ochiami nim kasa na wasum a wo Ghana ni na wutie nu su bia me gidi senkyire mu a Samuel Agyemade abai no wasum a Why ye ton Valco adwumakuo ne dia ma no ye omo nkrata wo mo dia kwosora ba fam dia wura fam nyina wo mo so obia muwa won ka nkire wo se Valco ebia ye tone ama adukumi ye tone ama ademu nkum wo bia nkasa ena nkakra wo nunu ase wo fa sika so a wo tone ebo ye ode die no ye se katia ni bua Katia ni one water on
Kojo Nkrumah, who is minority spokesperson on the economy. I'm grateful to you, sir, for joining us. Now, you are someone who really have followed this economy and how it's performing. The argument that the loss the Bank of Ghana has incurred is the cost of stabilizing the economy, which is making people comfortable. Isn't that a cost that should justify, or an expense that should justify the loss?
Kojo, good evening to you and to your listeners. I want to start by making the point that you have played extensively what the majority has said at their press conference. I pray that you give the minority equal amount of time to respond before we get into any debate. First, I need you to clarify for me, has Joy News cited the Bank of Ghana accounts as published?
No, we haven't cited it.
So what has happened is that the Bank of Ghana accounts have not been published, but the majority has been invited to do a press conference, ostensibly to try and shape people's minds before the accounts themselves are published. That should tell you that they are in an exercise of propaganda and PR, trying to hide the real facts from the Ghanaian people. What is happening is that yesterday's whistleblowers have become today's defenders. The cosmetics with which they've been managing things are beginning to wear off. And what is left now is a government side that is defending the things that they complained about when they were in opposition. Now, in 2023, the Bank of Ghana made a loss of 10 billion Ghana cedis. Today's majority, the then minority, were those who, among other things, went on demonstration, calling for the head of Governor Addison at the time, calling on him to resign, I think if I recall correctly, within 21 days. And later, the then candidate who became president said that and other practices in the economy amounted to criminal mismanagement of the economy. I'm quoting his words. Today, they have made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis after they promised Ghanaians to give them power, they will do better. They've made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis. And instead of releasing the account so that everybody can read, they choose to hide the accounts and get the majority to do a press conference to spin it and try to explain it away. Now, you will recall that a number of things happened during the year. One, the minority kept drawing attention to the method that this government was using in its attempt to achieve a certain inflation number. They wanted to achieve a number and show to Ghanaians that they have done better. So they adopted a measure called sterilization, heavy sterilization. We have been speaking about it from 2025, and at a point they were even insulting our intelligence that we don't understand economics. And we kept saying that the extent of the sterilization they were doing will amount to huge costs on the Bank of Ghana. And that if they continue with sterilization, they can even achieve inflation of 0%. But the cost on the Bank of Ghana will be unbearable. And it did not also mean that the cost of living was going to go down. They rejected our argument, literally called us names, only today to turn around and say that the sterilization through open market operations is one of the largest contributors to their loss. You will recall again that we warned that the change in gold purchase policy from buying from the large-scale miners to now using the gold board was incurring losses which they were passing on to the Bank of Ghana. The IMF even highlighted some numbers in their document. And we even called for a parliamentary inquiry to go into the details and quickly put in place remediation measures. Because of politics, they refused to do that investigation. What's more, they moved that cost from Gold Board's books onto Bank of Ghana books and caused Gold Board yesterday quickly to publish their accounts and declare profit of 900 million. You see today the Bank of Ghana document, which they haven't released, but they are now spinning a political narrative about. They are even now admitting that the cost of the gold transaction is 9 billion Ghana cedis. Take that out and go and net it off what the Gold Board has announced as profit, and you will see the real impact of what has gone on there. They now want to argue that the work that the Bank of Ghana does contributes to what they call policy or economic costs. I want to refer you to Professor John Gachi in 2024, when the Bank of Ghana said that the sterilization or the open market operation costs that they had incurred, what they are now saying that small costs, small results. When the Bank of Ghana then explained that that sterilization was part of the loss, the NDC's chief advisor on the economy, Professor John Gachi, who now sits on the Bank of Ghana Advisory Committee, he said every loss is a loss. And that unless they're able to show it is a one-off item, Ghanaians should not take them seriously when they explain it as a policy or economic loss. Today, they are using the same words verbatim. But you see, the problem about the policy or economic loss argument is that if every year you are making policy or economic losses, it's not a one-off item. And what is now happening is that then any state-owned enterprise can make losses on the commercial transactions they are supposed to do, and they tell you that they are doing some economic good for the public. Does that make sense to you?
Sorry, but if you look at what they've been able to achieve, where majority of the people are saying that inflation is down, we are okay with it. Exchange rate is stable, we can plan with it. Is their cost not justified than what happened during your time?
So when the Bank of Ghana, through its open market operations, lost money and brought inflation down from 53% to 20-something percent, was that justified or not? Principle is principle. We have said time and time again that they should be honest and candid with the facts. They are the ones who have tried every time to scam the people of Ghana with some different narrative. If they had admitted at the time that that loss, mostly because of the open market operations of the central bank, to bring inflation down from 53% to 23% was justified, they will be in a good position to make that argument today. They rejected it then. Why should that argument be accepted today? The Ghanaian people should see, as I mentioned, the scam that the NDC is perpetrating. They say one thing, when they have the opportunity, they try to change the language as though